Hey, good day everybody. I'm back from vacation working on my Robotron cabinet and just wanted to share a little bit about how I mount the joysticks in my control panels. So here you can see my Robotron cabinet control panel. I've only drilled out the joystick holes thus far. I will do the buttons next. What I've done here is I've made a template that is just slightly larger than my joystick that I intend to use. So here, this joystick fits in the template as such. I left a little bit of wiggle room there so I can adjust it should I route that just a little bit off location. So what I do to make sure that I have the joystick mounted at the correct depth so that my screws, I'm using this was this a self-tapping metal screw. So I'll be putting these in these holes in the joystick as such. I may actually put a thin washer there just to create a shim that brings it up just a tad bit. So what I've done is I've put this pattern cutting router bit in my router. I've raised it up to just about the right height that I thought would provide me enough clearance. I don't like to use through bolts to hold my joysticks to the control panel. I don't like the look of the heads of the bolts sticking out. I'd much rather attach them from the back side, but two concerns there. I need to make sure that I've got enough bite for the fastener so it won't tear out when I'm going crazy and jamming that joystick left and right, up and down. Don't want those fasteners to rip out. But I also don't want this fastener to poke through the face of my control panel. This is my template, but it's upside down. You get the idea. Don't want my fastener to poke out through the face of my control panel and make a little bump in the vinyl artwork that I'm going to be applying after I have this completed. So what I've done is I've adjusted my router so that I brought it up so that it touched the very tip of the fastener, and then I brought it down maybe about a 32nd of an inch. The fastener, as it drives through the wood, will push that wood up and will cause a little bump if it was perfectly to the top of the material. So I brought it down about a 32nd to make sure that that little bump doesn't push through. You can pre-assemble it before you put your artwork on and then use a file to shave that bump down if you got too close. But I'd rather just leave a little safety margin, and a 32nd of an inch of bite in that fastener isn't gonna decrease the strength of that interface all that much. So just wanted to share that. The pattern cutting router bit that I'm using has a bearing right here that will ride on. Put this back in position. So I'll be routing it this way. So as that router bit pokes up through the hole, there it is. The bearing will be riding on that template as I go around, and it'll provide me a perfect one-to-one pattern of that template that I've used to make sure that my joystick is up as much as possible, have as much of the shaft sticking out of the control panel as possible, all the while hiding my fasteners and providing the maximum amount of strength for that joystick assembly. So just wanted to share that. Hopefully that was clear. Any questions on this setup, just give me a holler. Thanks.